Hi.
Alright, how do we do number one? Let's welcome our first guest, Juan.
What's up, my Juanators?
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, you turn that 9 into a 0.09.
Yes, that's correct. So we have to take this
I'm better.
decimal and move it how many places?
You move it 2.
Yes. Okay, good job. So 0.09. Now you don't have to have the zero before that. You can if you want. Okay, now what do?
You multiply that by 65.
Right. So 65 times 0.09. What did you get?
5.85.
Good. Let's hear it for Juan.
Goodbye, Juanators.
I think that's going to be a little too loud, guys.
Number 2, right?
Alright, because the microphone is going to go too loud, too soft. Anyways. Okay, so thank you, Juan. So now we have Vincent. Okay. How do you do number 2, sir?
So you see like the 30%. You gotta move the decimal 2 places to the left, and then you multiply 0.30 by 125.
Good. And what did you get?
And then I got 37.5.
Okay, you got 37.5. Good. Now, by the way, everybody, it didn't ask us to round. So since it didn't ask us to round, we would put this in just like that. All right. Now for our last guest, our final, third and final guest, we have the cheeseburger.
Shout out to my sister.
Okay, so how do we do this one, sir?
So first we get 16,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get 0.25,
Right, 16 times 0.25,
which
makes
4.
4. Now you can do this without the calculator because 0.25 means 1/4. It means 1/4. And 1/4 of 16 is 4. Alright, so 4 oak trees. 16 trees if 25% are oak. So we're trying to find 25%.
Hey guys.
Okay, so Luis earns a 15% commission. Good for him. So if he sells $9,000, we have to find out how much he made. All right. No, you're doing this one, right? Okay. How do we do it?
We get 9,000 and times it by 0.15.
Multiply it by 0.15. Very good. 9,000 times 0.15 makes.
Which makes 1,350.
1,350. Is that right?
Yeah.
That is right. Okay, so $1,000, 350. $1,350. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So by the way, on number 5, 6, 7, and 8. On number 5, 6, 7, and 8, I put these only and final price problems right next to each other. Now I know in other years on tests we put them all around the paper, all mixed up. So this hopefully will make it easier for you. Only price and then final price. Okay, so pay attention to that, please. All right, so in order to find only that percentage, we do basically the same thing we did earlier, times 0.30. Pretty much it. Now the calculator will say 122.7. How many cents is that? 0.7. How many cents?
70 cents.
70 cents. Very good. So $122. If it's money, you can't write it as 0.7. It has to be 70 cents. All right? Very important. Don't forget that. Okay. Don't do that. $409. Now, if it's a discount, do we add or subtract? Subtract. So we need to do that. So minus 122.70, we get 286.30. 286.30. Okay. All right. So $54. Now, what is a markup? A markup means that the person in the store or whoever's selling something needs to make money, so they have to charge more than what they bought it for, right? We talked about that. So $54 times 0.65 makes 35.1. How many cents is that? $35 and how many? So $54. Now, this person needs to charge more, right? So what do we do? Add or subtract? Add or subtract, add or subtract, add or subtract, add or subtract. Add. So 35.10. And we get 89.10. Alright? Okay. Any questions so far? Who got them all right so far?
Not me.
Cool. Okay. All right. So the last two are percent of change. You can see percent of decrease and percent of increase. So percent of decrease and percent of increase. Now again, these problems are different than the others, so you have to be aware they're a little different. Now we started with 30 tokens. And then later we had 22 left. How much did it change? 8. How did we figure that out? That's correct. 30. Come on.
30 minus 22.
Thank you. Minus 22. All right. So when we subtract, we get 8. And now you have to divide by the original, whatever the first number was. Now it doesn't matter which one's bigger. It does not matter which one's bigger. It does not matter. So 8 over 30, but it does matter that it's 8 divided by 30, not 30 divided by 8. You have to divide by that first number. That's important. Okay, when we put that on our calculator, what do we get?
5.
No. No, what do we get? What do we get? 0.26 repeating. All right? Okay, so where are we rounding to? The nearest cent, right? So which one is the cents place? The percent, the 100. Which 6? Which 6? The first one, right? The first one. So that's the second place after the decimal. All right, I'm going to sing the song. Well, I'm not really going to sing.
No, wait.
But you find the place, look next door, 5 or more, add 1 more. Do we add 1 more?
Yeah.
Yes, so 27. Okay, and then that's 27%. That's 27. 4 or less, let it rest. Yeah, you could do that one too. Yes. All right, Melissa rode her bike 22, but today she did 35. How much did it change? Come on, people, how much did it change? I heard one person, how much did it change? Right, 13. Now, how do we find that out? 35
minus 22.
Minus 22. And we get 13. Oops, that's a terrible 2, Mr. Bass. Okay, we get 13. All right, and then we want to divide by the original. It doesn't matter if it's smaller or bigger. It's the first one we started with. So 13 over 22. When we divide that, we get
0.590909.
That is correct. So it's repeating 0909. By the way, do you know how to write that with the right repeating mark? You would go like this. A line over both of them, though, because they're repeating both of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, now what number is in the cents or hundredths place?
9.
Which 9?
The first one.
Yes, very good. All right, find your place and look next door. 5 or more? No. Yeah, but it's not 5 or more, so we say no. So if it's 4 or less, let it rest. So 59 That makes 59%. Any questions?
No.
All right, like and subscribe.
Subscribe.